I heard Hallelujah for the first time on a cold evening, the kind where the windows fog and the world feels quieter than usual. The room wasn't tea. Special, just a small lamp, a cracked mug of tea, and a heart that had been carrying more than it could hold. Then Cohen's voice drifted in. Low, gravelly. A voice that didn't just sing pain it. Understood it. I remember stopping mid-breath, as if the song had taken the air from the room. The first Hallelujah felt like a soft confession, and I felt something inside me loosen something I'd been holding on to far too tightly. That night, the song didn't just play. It stayed, and it changed the way I listened to the world. Growing up, I always felt drawn to songs that sounded like whispered secrets. But Hallelujah? It wasn't just a song, it was a doorway. A hymn stitched with honesty and trembling hands. Cohen didn't try to be perfect. He was brutally, beautifully human. And as I listened, I felt like he was sitting in the quiet with me, acknowledging the cracks, the fears, the longing. People told me the song was about broken love, or sacred love, or forbidden love. But that night, it felt like it was about my life, my mistakes, my stumbles, my small victories. Every Hallelujah felt like an exhale after years of keeping everything inside. The song didn't judge me. It simply sat there, in the dim light of my little room, and let me feel seen. It was the first time a song ever felt like a companion, a prayer, even if I wasn't sure who I was praying to. Later I learned that Cohen spent years writing dozens of verses, countless edits. Sometimes he wrote the lyrics on hotel floors, kneeling like a man searching for something sacred beneath the carpet. He once said he wrote it as a blend of the holy and the broken, the sacred and the human. And maybe that's why it feels so truthful, because it understands that life is made of both. The way he sings love is not a victory march. It hits like a truth we already knew but were afraid to say aloud. Love isn't triumph, it's effort, forgiveness, surrender. It's lying awake at 2 a.m. with the lights off, wondering if you broke something you can't fix. That line alone taught me more about love than entire novels ever did. Cohen didn't write Hallelujah for perfection. He wrote it for the rest of us. The ones who have tried, failed, prayed, fallen, and stood up again. Years passed, and the song followed me through them all. When I moved into my first apartment, lonely and echoing, it was the first song I played. When love arrived soft and uncertain, it played in the background of long night talks. When heartbreak came, sharp and uninvited, the song held me like a familiar blanket. Each time I heard it, it sounded different, as if it shapeshifted to meet whatever life I was living. One night, after a difficult year, I listened to it again. It was late, the kind of late when everything feels louder, especially your thoughts. I sat on the floor, back against the wall, letting Cohen's voice pour into the room. Maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. ... Double quote. It struck me, the honesty, the courage to admit that sometimes we hurt the very people we mean to hold, and sometimes we lose without understanding why. That night, the song wasn't sad. It was truthful. It didn't make me cry. It made me breathe, deeply, slowly, gratefully. Like the song was reminding me that brokenness doesn't make us unworthy. It makes us human. Over the years, I heard dozens of versions of the song. Jeff Buckley's tender whisper, Rufus Wainwright's melancholic swell, the soaring choir renditions that turn the song into something almost ethereal. But no matter who sings it, the heart remains the same. Because Hallelujah isn't really a song, it's a feeling, a moment, a confession, a quiet acceptance of everything we are, sacred and flawed, lost and hopeful. I've heard people sing it at weddings. I've heard it sung at funerals. I've heard it in movies at moments when the world feels suspended in time. And every time, I remember that first night, that small room, that cracked mug, that ache in my chest, and Cohen's voice breaking through it like light through an old window. It's strange how a single song can grow with you, change with you, heal you in pieces without ever claiming to. And maybe that's why I love it. 'cause it doesn't promise salvation. It simply whispers, again and again, that even in the messences of life, there is still something worth singing about. Still something worth calling holy. A broken hallelujah is still a hallelujah. Even now, when life becomes too heavy, I return to the song. I sit in the same quiet way I did years ago, lights dim, world softening around me. The first note plays, and suddenly I'm reminded of every moment I wasn't alone. The song holds space for every version of me, the hopeful child, the heartbroken adult, the dreamer, the doubter, the believer. Cohen once said that hallelujah means to praise the world exactly as it is. Not perfect, not complete, just here, breathing, trying. So I sing it now, not loudly, but softly, a whisper into the quiet. A thank you to the world. A thank you to the song. A thank you to the man who gave us a way to turn our brokenness into music. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah, and somehow, that's enough.